Is it on? Yes. Red light is on. Right. I'm Rama, also known as Two Red Comics on her arms. As you can see, I'm not female and there's no comics written on my arms. I asked for some questions so I can make a video. I expected about 5, I got about fucking 20. If I pronounce anybody's URL wrong, fucking sue me, get a proper fucking URL. Anyway, let's go. Kunta Kong asks, can Squirrel Girl be Batman? No, because Red Hulk beats them both, because Red Hulk is the bestest ever. Fuck Red Hulk. Fuck Jeff Loeb. Anonymous asks, how do you think they're going to go about making War Machine the Iron Patriot? They're going to have the Iron Patriot armour, they're going to have Rhodey, and they're going to put them together, Iron Patriot. You'll have to wait and see the film, won't you? Afro-Thunder asks, if you were to make a comic book, what would it be about and who would be the main character? Years ago I had an idea for an RPG, trying to make it realistic, you know, as realistic as you can be, which soon developed into an idea for a film, based on a comic book that I hadn't actually written. There's a guy who fights monsters and demons and evil people, and he gets his power from eating the parts of the enemies he kills. So like if he eats the brain of a certain creature, it might give him advanced like sort of telepathic powers. If he eats the heart of some certain monster, he gets stronger. His name was Johnny Wild. He's actually a 1,000-year-old Viking called Johan the Wild. Big backstory. The main bad guy's called Mortis, and he's like a proper full-on badass. And Mortis actually has 2 hearts, and he takes one of his hearts out, tears it in 2, and creates 2 daughters who are identical to the love of Johnny Wild's life, who died many years before. One of them ends up falling in love with Johnny Wild, one of them is very evil. Oh, don't steal it because it's mine. Yeah, a lot of it's already up here. The characters, scenes, dialogue, I'm just lazy. QKVLLZX asks, well, he says, I think Daredevil is lame and my brother disagrees. I mean, the guy gets KO'd by loud sounds. So just your general opinion, the guy would be cool. Everybody's got weaknesses, except Red Hulk. All I can say is, you're wrong and your brother's right. Daredevil is fucking awesome. If you get the chance to play loud sounds at him, good on you. But more than likely he's going to smack your face in with his feet. So yeah, you're wrong. Zombie Boy shares his thoughts. Rama, Dredd was great, true facts. But how do you feel about it being almost a copy of Redemption? If you haven't, see it and you will understand right away. Brackets, I just saw it. It's basically the same premise in different times almost. RR's from 2011. Dredd was, the writing on Dredd started in 2006 I believe. Went through some changes. The actual production and filming of Dredd started in 2010. I think it was 2010. RR, Redemption didn't start until 2011. More than likely it's just one of those coincidence things. Like Deep Impact and Armageddon come out at the same time. Yeah, so yeah, didn't copy. Red666 standing by asked, who introduced you into comics? Myself. For as long as I remember, I've always liked comics. It started with things like Beano and Dandy, which were like kids comics in Britain. Just not like proper heroes or anything, just kids cartoon strips. It went on to Action Force comics, Transformers comics, and then I discovered 2000 AD. Judge Dredd was really the first character I was ever like, wow, this fucking guy's awesome. That was in probably about 1990 or something. I actually own a Judge Dredd comic, which is probably older than a lot of people on Tumblr. So yeah. DV Lol Confessions asks, if Wolverine and Deadpool had to fight to the death, who would win and why? Now I'm not quite sure if Deadpool still has a thing where he can't die, because I stopped reading Deadpool because it was shit as fuck. Thank you, Daniel Way. But basically Deadpool has a superior healing factor. You can ignore pain as well. He's fucking batshit insane. He's got guns, he's got swords, he's got bombs. He'll do things Wolverine wouldn't expect. So therefore, Victor, Deadpool. Sir Grumpy Gills. Just keep swimming, what do we do? We swim. What movies and shows do you think Marvel might use for Phase 3? Well, we've got Ant-Man. Woo! Although it's not Eric O'Grady, and Eric O'Grady is the best Ant-Man. Fuck Scott Lang. I would like to see them use Black Panther because he's a badass motherfucker. And Heroes for Hire. You've got badass females. You've got people of colour. It's brilliant. Heroes for Hire needs to be a film or a TV show. The TV show could time a shield easily. They can always have guest stars because it's Heroes for Hire. Jimmy Carr's laugh. Unicorn, pies and alcohol. Alright mate, yeah, I'll have what you're having. The perks of being Kevin. Who do you think would win overall, Marvel or DC? By the simple fact I've read more Marvel than DC, Marvel. When I'm on the comic book forums and you read like character battles, the heavy hitters of Marvel nearly always beat the DC people. It's always like Superman and Martian Manhunter and Wonder Woman. Then you've got Sentry, Thor, Silver Surfer, people like that. They would beat DC. Anonymous asks, how long did it take to grow the beard of awesomeness? This is actually nearly 3.5 months worth, so it's not that awesome because some people grow this in a month, a week. I'm quite unmanly when it comes to beard growing. Anonymous asked Aquaman versus Namor. I've already answered this a while back. If Aquaman's got his magic hand, he's got healing factor and he can heal. Any person's going to benefit from a healing factor in a fight. So Aquaman. If he hasn't got it, Namor. Let Loose the Kraken asks, who is your OTP? For those who don't know, OTP stands for One True Pairing, I think. I don't know shipping. My foot and your face, that's my OTP. Don't ever ask me about chipping, motherfucker. Ever. Darker Than Brad. Are you reading, have you read, do you have any interest in reading the new Thor the God of Thunder series? Read the first issue, love the art, I like the writing, but I'm just not feeling it. When I've read all my other things, I might go and read it all. So yeah, I am Thebly, or I am The Bly. What are your thoughts on companies rebooting their universes to bring in new readers? I know they initially met with success, but after a few months they seem to be back where they were before. Should comic companies try to make sense of things before they give up and reboot? DC needed something like that because I found it hard to get into DC, and I'm an experienced comic book reader. So new people would just be like, what? DC should have maybe done an Ultimate Universe kind of thing like Marvel did. So yeah, it brings in new readers. They'll lose some old readers as well though. Anonymous asked, talk about that guy Scruffy. He is so hot and cool and funny and hot. You should talk about him. Yeah, BT Dubs, this is totally not him. I heard he sniffs puppy butts. Yeah. Break from Life 777. Hello, smiley face. Not sure if this has been asked before, but I'm intrigued as to what your answer will be. Apparently Black Widow and Bucky will be explored in the new Captain America film. How do you think this will be? How do you think the writers will show us their connection? And how do you think they should show us this connection between the two? Hope you're having a lovely night. Smiley face. Yes, I am. Thank you for asking. Well, thank you for saying. Captain America, the film, I thought was shit. I would give it 5 out of 10. I watched it in the hope it would be good, because frankly I find Captain America really boring. Steve Rogers is awesome. In Secret Avengers he's fucking brilliant. Captain America, not so brilliant. I have given him a chance as well. Anyway, if you follow the comics, if I remember correctly, Black Widow trained Bucky because she's something like 90 years old because she's got the same serum stuff as Nick Fury in the comics. I think that's what it is. I really can't remember. I could be completely fucking wrong. Yeah, I could have dreamt it. I dreamed some weird things. So maybe Bucky's going to be killing people left, right and centre. Then Black Widow's like, oops. And then they're all like, oh, what did you do? And she's all like, oops, sorry, my bad, guys. And then they're all going to like be not going to be that impressed with that for what she's done. Yeah. I just hope fucking Jeremy the Dog Boy Renner gets fucking pushed out of the picture. I do think they should replace Bucky though, because I wasn't that impressed with the guy who played Bucky. Anonymous asked, who's the most influential person in comics of the past 15 years? Seriously, I have no fucking idea. I've done this video about 4 times now. 4 times I haven't thought of an answer. Sorry. Bendis. Yeah, let's go with Bendis. Yeah, Bendis. Wicked Theory. What's a comic book or comics character that nobody ever talks about making a movie for that you think could be really great? Next Wave. People do talk about it, but not many. Next Wave is one of the best comics ever written. 12 issues. Warren Ellis just did what he wanted. He was just like, what else? Stuart Immonen with the art. Fucking fantastic. But it's amazing. It takes some minor characters. And it takes a new character. And it just adds all this fucking madness in. There's killer koala bears from like the sky. And there's a big fucking T-Rex with a gun. It's just fucking absolutely insane. It's one of the best things I've ever read though. It's the most fun I've had reading a comic ever. Each issue is an absolute delight to read. You must read it. You're doing yourself a fucking injustice by not reading it. Mighty Trust Crusher. Rama, are you much of a fan of the darkness? From what I've read, I've liked it. The game was good. The few comics I've read are good. I would like to read more. I just haven't had the chance. It's a Comic Book Wonderland. Did you read Death of the Family arc? And if so, what did you think? No. I never read it. I stopped reading DC about a year ago, like issue 7, 8 or whatever. One day when I've read everything that needs to be read, I may read Death of the Family. Frankly, I just don't have any interest in it at all. My friends call me Fez. What are your thoughts on Spectacular Spider-Man? Oh, sorry, you meant Superior Spider-Man. Sorry, my bad. I like it. It's brave, it's bold, it's brash. I'm interested to see where it's going to go. But I know for a fact in a year's time, Peter Parker will be back in his body. But it's interesting. I like the fact Doc Ock's doing things like telling Mary Jane Watson to fuck off because she caused nothing but bother. Because fucking she gets in the way. So yeah, that was a good thing. Lightning Bolt Action asked, what are your thoughts on Marvel Now? And then he put all your favourite comic and why. What I'll do is I'll take my favourite comic from Marvel Now. Marvel Now is really good. The stuff I've read that I've liked, I've really liked. And there's some stuff I've read that was okay, like Secret Avengers. And there was some stuff I read which was fucking god awful and made me want to shoot myself in the face. Thunderbolts. The best comic of Marvel Now right now is one I haven't actually bought any issues of. All New X-Men. I didn't expect to like it so much, but Bendis is on fine form, and dear Lord, that art. The art is awesome. You've got Immonen fucking nailing it, first 5 issues. You think, can it get better than Immonen? No, it can't. It fucking does. Marquez, fucking awesome. Seriously, read it now. It actually makes you like Cyclops. That's all the questions from there, but there's 2 more here. Motherfucking Thor, I have a topic question for you. I can't use the Ask Me Anything section because it's broken or some shit. So what is your view on the upcoming Age of Ultron storyline Marvel is coming up with? I know next to nothing about this. I don't really care for Ultron. Basically, I know it's going to be a big event. Apparently Wolverine's going to make some strange decision or something and someone else is going to go along with him. And apparently lots of things will be changed forever and ever. Woo! Fear itself was quite shit because nothing much changed. They killed somebody but then they didn't kill him. So I'll read it, but I probably won't buy it. And then finally, Sorcerer Supreme Stubble, Doctor Strange. Please talk about what makes a comic series enjoyable to read and what turns you off to a series or what changes make you stop reading it. Simply put, the writer makes it enjoyable. You can have the greatest fucking art in the world, but if it's written by Daniel Way, it's going to be shit. It also, I mean, you could have a comic written by Warren Ellis and the art could be by Steve Dillon and it could be absolutely fucking amazing. Even if it stars Red Hulk and Dazzler and Cyclops, it could be amazing just because Warren Ellis is writing it. Simply put, the writer is God. What turns you off to a series? When it turns shit. Simply put, if they swap writers, or it just gets boring, like they've just run out of ideas. Things like all the DC from last when it rebooted. Series 7, issue 7 and 8, don't know what that is, it just seemed to turn to shit, and I don't know why. It seems like, woo, we're awesome, then I can't be bothered. And what changes make you stop reading it? When you take the Thunderbolts and you change it in Dark Avengers, that's okay. But then you take the Thunderbolts name, attach it to a list of quite cool characters, minus Red Hulk because he's shit as fuck. But then you give it to fucking Daniel Way and ruin Deadpool. Deadpool was my favourite character in the world ever until Daniel Way just ruined him. Yeah, you take it, you put Daniel Way on it and Steve Dillon, you fucking ruin it. You ruin everything good with the Thunderbolts name. You totally change what Thunderbolts was about. They're just living off the name. Thankfully, Dillon's going, and Phil Knott was coming. Phil Knott, legend. All they need now is to get Daniel Way off the book and put someone good in it. Mark Waid. I think Mark Waid would do a fucking awesome Thunderbolts. But original style Thunderbolts, as in bad people doing good. Because Mark Waid is genius. And if you haven't read any Daredevil by Mark Waid, you're a knob. Simple as that, you're a bit of a fucking tosser really. That is it. I think this video is probably about fucking 17 minutes long. Sorry I talk so long. Sorry if I fucking rushed it, but my batteries kept running out and I kept having fucking a nightmare. The camera is still recording because that would have been a fucking absolute nightmare. So yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for following my blog. I really appreciate it. I like the fact that people like what I like because in real life I don't know anybody really that likes comics. So I've tried to get people into comics, like my friend who's but he's having none of it. I work with a couple of people who like comics, but it was mostly DC and boo DC boo. So yes, thank you. Peace out, motherfuckers.